Welcome to my channel. Good to talk to you once again, guys. And today, very exciting because I will talk about super containers, but also talk about two new ships that I receive in my port. I grind for grind out loud. And then I very much like to talk about the tier 10 destroyers, but in specific, it's this lovely tier 11 ZORSKIY. It's pretty much tier 11 Khabarovsk. Yes, exactly what it is. With the, shall I say, much better guns and almost much better everything. But guys, before I gonna talk about this ZORSKIY, the super ship, the tier 11 one, I very much like to talk about the festival and happy university or shall I say anniversary, happy anniversary wargaming, and happy everyone who's playing this game for like 7 years. Yes, so guys, first thing is first, if you pay attention, I have 3,100 and something the blues. I do believe all of them 3,000 something I received it by just opening the super containers. But then I received some calls, but what I was kind of lucky that I received whopping premium time 104 days. Yes, you heard me right. I received several 30 days and a couple 7 days premium time, which is fine because, you know. But before I gonna say too much, which is really don't value, it's very much something that most players are very happy. Unfortunately, it's not quite fair because this obvious more tier 10 ship you have more opportunity to gain those premium time and signal. Let's talk about signal and special economic signal. Over here it is weird stuff because this never happened before. Now you have this stupid, shall I say, plus 2,400 free experience. I mean, just look at this, 134. I mean, I did not open regular containers. I opened super containers, for crying out loud. Cost whopping 25 doubloons each, and I have 134 of them. So of course, if you want some buttloads of free experience, of course those are very rare, but I mean 2,400 plus or 600, it's pretty all right. But probably one of the most important, especially playing the ZORSKIY, it's the economy. I mean, over here I don't have a lot. I mean, plus 160 and 300 I did not get any, but I get, you know, like 80 in plus 40, which is better than nothing. But I have no problem whatsoever to playing the tier 11 because I have 356 million credits, right? Yeah, I do have. But if you want to grind something, let's say if you want to grind a new ship line, there is at least 2 or 3 ships line that I did not even started to grind. Ship experience probably even more important that you have those rare plus 800, because then you can grind a whole lot easier. You do not have to play especially between tier 8 to tier 9, because there is the biggest grind. You're playing a lot of tier 8 and tier 9 to finally get to tier 10, and then sometimes you face tier 11. Go and figure. Now seriously, I do believe those are very important for the new players to grind. And over here you see here I do have what do you call it, commanders. It's very important that you also gain commander as much as you can, and especially if you have, let's say, 22 points commander and you still want to play your favorite ship, you remember you can get the elite commander. So those ones are kind of important. I didn't have so much luck, but a lot of luck in free experience. You see, it's pretty amazing. And same story with some other flags, equipment, and it is absolutely fine and really nice reward from wargaming that with those super containers you may gain like buttloads of different flags. I have like 109 flags, and that is crazy good, because with what this means that I have plus 15 action time of my smoke, so you have more smoke to do daka daka. But probably one of the most important flags to get, it's of course detonation flag, um, fire exciting flag. You see exactly what flag it is. AA flag, some ships benefits, but probably one of the most important, it's of course, which I do not have. Yes, this flag, it's a must-have for all battleship and some cruiser with super heal. And yeah, this is not bad. The hydro, yeah, it is important, but probably even this one is even more important. And of course, this secondary battleship, it's a must-have. This one, you can buff your secondary range. But yes, heal, guys, flood recovery, and HP regenerator, it's a must-have. So all those flags are kind of important, because otherwise you can have them, but then I do believe you have to purchase them, right? And it costs quite a bit. And yeah, it is kind of important to have all those types of flags in specific if you're playing some types of cruisers, destroyers, you name it. So you sure, I mean, seriously, if you only play this game a couple times, does not mean, but if you want to grind, it's much easier if you have those types available. Because if you only play your daily win or stuff like that, you can only open like 3 regular containers, and 3 regular container will not you know, put yourself enough with flags so you can enjoy your weekend. So no more further ado, let's talk about the tier 11 ZORSKIY. ZORSKIY, it is for me, extremely fun to play. I mean, trust me, you will not win a lot of game with this one, because concealment, what concealment? You are literally a small cruiser with no citadel. That's exactly what you are. But then, guys, it is even pre-nerfed Kaba, but better. It has better guns and more accurate gun. It really feels that the guns are modern somehow. I have very hard to explain what I'm trying to say, but you know, let's, for instance, Udaloy has those Soviet or trash cans, great guns, but those guns are even more oomph somehow. And the armor, if you pay attention, let's talk about armor layout. It is Kaba's hull, literally, with some 50 millimeters. Over here 19, of course 13. So if you aim here, you're doing something wrong, because the other destroyers will not pen, will do 0 damage. So it is what it is. Of course, you can play with heal and just like a speed dimmer, or you can have smoke like I do. It does not matter what kind of gameplay you have. So it is what it is. But what makes this kind of a broke, it's that, for instance, your torpedo are 10 kilometers, like pre-nerfed Kaba. Your HP pool is almost the same, so you don't gain a lot of more HP pool if you don't have the special command perk. Let's talk about my command. I only have 19 points captain, so this is, I went full for gunboat, because gun and daka, that's your main, and also went for concealment. You may argue that you can change something with adrenaline rush or something else, but this is my build. I'm not saying that it's the best build. Probably you would change this one for adrenaline rush and something else, probably this one. However, I only have 19 points. I will see what I'm gonna do, or even this one, it's not a bad idea, you know. But what makes this kind of broken. You have almost the same speed as a Kleber. Absolutely ridiculous. I mean, you're going 44.2 knots. This is without speed boost, without speed flag. Your turning radius 6.4 and turning radius 760. But may I pay attention to cab? I do believe that it's a big difference. You see 760, 6.4. All right, I'm talking about the menu. All right, 760, 6. Okay, 6.7. So slightly better rudder shift. 8.7 in the Kaba. It's literally more or less a Kaba. 8.7 in detection by sea. Oh, 7.9. Damn. Okay. So it has better concealment and faster rudder shift, but same speed as a Kaba. Yes, 45.2. That it's the same speed. But of course, guys, the main difference are over here the torpedoes. The ZORSKIY has those 10 kilometers, 60 knots. I'm not the fastest, but it's still 10 kilometers, you know what I mean. And then of course the biggest difference is also the main. You have 130 millimeters, 4.4 second reload time. At maximum range 14.8, 4.4. You have 4.2 here, and what is the range? Okay, here's the biggest problem. 13.5. This is the maximum you have. This is even with the 21 points, Captain. So you will not have in Kaba more than 13.5, and that it's a downside because even Trashcan has much higher range. You kind of need range because your concealment are so crap. Without concealment you can have almost, you'll get spotted around 10 kilometers. So even Zhao can outspot you for crying out loud. How ridiculous is that? Of course, if you run in concealment, it is concealment at, come on, 8.7. But ZORSKIY have better concealment, 7.9. Yeah, it is a little bit weird, but it is kind of strange. You can stealth Thorpe, and then disengage. But the main feature about this ship, it's not the torpedo or the speed, slightly better rudder shift and slightly better concealment, but it's this stupid equipment. Oh man, where is the damn guns? Yeah, I have to go to equipment. Sorry about that. I'm talking about this reload boost when you press F. What is this? Torpedoes. Same amount of HP pool. It's not biggest different between Kaba and ZORSKIY, but oh my lord, for crying out loud, equipment. No, exterior. Where do I find this reload mechanism? By pressing F. Must be the at the equipment must be. Oh yes, over here. That is different. You can press F and then click. Then you'll have 3 roads fast rate of fire. I mean, I do believe number of burst 4, so 4 burst, that's what it is. And that's the biggest difference between Kaba and ZORSKIY. better range, and this, shall I say, if you go 1 versus 1, and you started with regular one click as regular other destroyers, but then you want to finish someone fast, or if you're, let's say, aiming for a cruiser or a battleship who already use his damage con, and you want to make sure that you put the enemy battleship on fire again, then you definitely can press F, and then you will have like 4 bursts, and it's just crazy. And 8 guns. Most likely you will put the enemy ship on fire. And for the destroyers, when you brawl versus someone else, if you started with a single click, and then end when the HP pool of the enemy destroyer or the engagement is kind of low, will you most likely delete that destroyer. And that is the powerhouse, that you have opportunity to delete a enemy destroyer by engaging him with this stupid speed, stupid armor, and this in right moment. Because you see, if you misclick and misjudge how low HP pool the enemy have, and then let's say you already use your burst, then I do believe it's roughly 15 seconds until the next reload. So in 15 seconds you cannot shoot, so keep that in mind. It can backfire you. But seriously guys, I still believe that it's one hell of a fun destroyer to play, and it is, not saying it's broken, but it's very selfish way to play, because cap, you allow someone else to cap, you just cap when there's no other destroyers in your team to cap, because if you want to be deleted fast, then you go and cap. But that's the awful truth about the Soviet destroyers. They are so bad in concealment, everyone will spot them by a mile. So they are not the king of cap, they're the king of whatever. But it's a very great destroyer to support other destroyer. Make sure that they are alive, and you can flank your enemy from left and right. And yeah guys, it's sad to say that, but at this range, pre-nerf Kaba, it's absolutely a murder machine with 950 meters per second, 11% to put your enemy on fire, and this crazy nice flat arc. You have no problem whatsoever to have a lot of fires, and the enemy battleship have kind of a struggle to hit you. If you're too close, sure, they might hit you hard, but if you're playing close to your max range, it is kind of hard, especially when you have the speed boost available and this pretty nice good looking armor. It is very unusual that you'll probably be the last ship to survive, even if your team will all gonna die and gonna lose, because who's gonna catch you? Probably a Kleber. Kleber is probably the nearest competition about this one, but it's the same story. I mean, Kleber probably have slightly more oomph. I mean, those reload booster mechanism. It is scary, but then the same story here. You have this boost key, F key, that you can charge and pretty much delete any destroyer in just couple of salvos. So yeah, it is pretty much destroy hunter, destroy killer. So that's what it is, guys. I do like it. It's a lot of fun to play. I know the economy it's bad, but sometimes you don't give a damn about the economy. You just go have fun. That's it, the most important. Do I recommend this one? Hell yeah, it is way better than a Kaba. Kaba it's good, but it has been nerfed to the ground. This one it's like pre-nerfed Kaba with this F key burst mechanism, which is even more hilarious fun to use versus anything, especially aircraft carrier. But remember, guys, there is some downside. You're a big, clumsy ship, easy to spot, and so on. But there is a small something that I very much like to say, that submarines should definitely scare you, because you are a speed demon after all. You have one of the best speed in this game, and yes, you can definitely take care of the submarines. Yes, there's homings, torpedoes can do very little against you, because I mean you're too fast and you can disengage very easy. So playing this fast moving destroyer, it's pretty hard counter versus submarines. That's what I feel. So let me know in the comment below. I will definitely show you gameplay action. It is a lot of fun, trust me. I do enjoy this a lot. It's one of the most fun ship you can grind and have. I mean, you will not making a lot of credits. That's not the best solution playing the tier 11, but it is what it is. For new players, I do not recommend this one. If you have very little cash to spend, do not play tier 11, because you will most likely lose credits even with premium, even with a lot of boost and economics boost, whatever, especially if you only have like plus 40%. So that's what it is, you know. But guys, thanks guys for watching. Stay tuned for more, because I will definitely talk about and show you gameplay action with this ZORSKIY, my newest tier 11 ship in my port. Have a good one, take care, and catch you in the next one.